Let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, let's get going. All right, welcome everyone to the program that I love to call Ask the Attorney with Mr. David Sobel. David, how are you doing tonight?
Good. Hi, Blair. How have you been?
Good. Good. Very good. I am.
Enjoying the nice weather, right?
Yes, and I am faking all of this energy that I have right now. David and I were just talking about how tired we are. It's the end of a very long work day, but it was a good long work day. So I love days like that. But David and I are bringing an awesome list of questions to you all tonight, and so I am really, really excited to dive in. But before we do that, I want to give you guys an opportunity to learn how you can get a hold of David if you need his services. So I'm going to let David introduce his firm and his contact information to you.
Okay, thanks, Blair. So we learned actually that the little Zoom logo at the bottom doesn't show up on the final video. We just learned that. So I can be reached at very easily. Just type in my name, David Sobel, S-O-B-L-E, and I should pop up right in the URL, should show up right on the website or Google. And you can go to our website, which is provenresource.com. You can call us at 888-789-1715. And it's pretty easy to find us. Type in real estate attorney David Sobel. We'll pull up on YouTube, on LinkedIn, so many different places. So that's how you reach us, and best place to reach me is really, if you really want to get in touch with us fast, 888-789-1715.
Yep, okay? Exactly. And if you are into networking, that kind of thing, David is a pretty avid networker, and that's how he and I met. And so I watch a ton of his content on YouTube. So again, just plugging his YouTube channel, a lot of great content, just like what you're watching right now. You're probably watching it on YouTube.
Yeah, actually, it's so funny, Blair, you are now part of that content, right?
I know. That's so cool. Rock on. But just go to YouTube and in the search bar, plug in Sobel Law or David Sobel or Proven Resource, and either of those will pull up his YouTube channel. Right. And then you can also find David on Facebook. He's pretty active on there. He's active in several networking groups on Facebook that are focused on Michigan. And if you want to go to one in particular that I personally am very fond of, it's called Michigan Real Estate Investor Network. David and I are both active in there, and we also both create content for that specific networking platform. So if you want to see even more content from David Sobel or myself,
there, right?
It is.
There's quite a few places you can get educated. There's a bunch of Facebook groups, but I think by far, and I have no vested interest. There's no money that I don't.
There's no kickbacks or nothing, right?
Right. But there's quite a few of these groups. The reason why I like the Michigan Real Estate Investors Network is it's all education, tons of support, a lot of great real estate investors in different stages of their business, and so many people willing to help. And I think that is, it makes for a perfect group. And it's getting bigger and bigger every week. I see more people, enrolling and getting involved. And so, yeah, definitely, that's another great place to connect with really like-minded real estate investors.
Yep, absolutely. All right. Well, let's get into the questions for this evening. I'm interested about this first one in particular. So tonight we have Desperate in DeWitt.
Ooh.
And Desperate in DeWitt says, my ex-husband and I did a divorce on our own several years back. We did not have an attorney. We never included the home in the judgment for divorce. He and I are still on the deed. He and I did have an agreement that when the kids moved out, that he would sell the home. Well, the kids are out and he refuses to sell the house. What can I legally do here? Because I need the money. From Desperate in DeWitt. Side note, I did not know that you could do your own divorce.
Oh yeah, people, you can build your own, there's a lot of things that you can do on your own. You can do your own plumbing. I mean, if you know how to do it right. Sure. I'd be interested in knowing why they didn't have that in the actual divorce decree, because, and I'm not a divorce attorney, but as you understand, Blair, and I've shared this with you many times, real estate and financial issues touch every area of the law. If you own real estate, you know, it can be involved in a divorce matter. It's always in business. If there's real estate involved in probate, loans, mortgages, all that. So we deal a lot with these issues, but so we become really familiar with other areas of practice, but we don't technically partake. That's not really my primary field, and divorce definitely is not within my lane, so to speak. But, you know, I can still comment and say, why didn't you at least have a provision within the divorce decree related to how the real estate would be distributed at a later date, how the parties would agree. So you didn't do that. Sorry about this, but you know, you should have had an attorney. I don't know. Sometimes people feel like they're saving money, but now here we are. You have this issue at a later time, and you're going to be spending more money because you don't want to go back to the divorce is closed. It was never addressed in the divorce decree, so it's not a family law or divorce court issue anymore. There may be another way. I'd have to see how the people, this lady or man hold. I assumed it was a lady, but she said husband, so okay. Yeah, I would have to see how she and her ex-husband own the property. And I would definitely have to read the divorce decree and see, you know, what provisions within that divorce decree might have some weight with regards to the distribution of the property. But if none of those are involved, there are other court actions that can be taken. There is one in particular called a declaratory relief for partition. Again, it will depend on how title is held. And I hope that for their sake, they did not do their own initial deed, that they didn't create their own deed. So there's a lot of things that could be problematic here. It's unfortunate, but yeah, there's no right answer there at this point, Blair. But you know, it's definitely illustrates and demonstrates the need for having the appropriate legal counsel when you do any type of activity that has legal ramifications and financial ramifications, because now she needs the money, right? He could live there. If they were on that deed jointly, he doesn't have to sell diddly squat. If they're tenants in common, it can change the equation and we can go to court and get a request for partition. So we gotta see the paperwork.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So we gotta see the paperwork on your DIY divorce.